Oh my goodness! This is what real music's like, Alan. What do you think?
I muted it.
You son of a bitch! Why'd you mute it?
You talk so much shit about rap, and I'm not saying Bone Thugs and Harmony is garbage, but Bone Thugs and Harmony isn't the most unique rap group ever.
I know, but this is a good song.
Their thing.
You're a motherfucker. I hate you. How dare you talk shit about this?
I'm not talking shit about them. I'm just talking about your opinion on fucking rap music.
You know what? You're only saying this because I don't like Eminem. That's really what it is.
No, I'm just saying that because you talk shit about rap in general, and you're listening to a rap group that's doing normal shit.
By the way, because someone said something about it's the same topics from yesterday, and I'm trying to say, yeah, for some reason I deleted the Lady Gaga being weird thing like 4 fucking times, but the XSplits acted weird. I don't know what the fuck is going on over here. Some
Look,
bullshit.
let's just be real. Lady Gaga's gonna do some weird shit today.
Yeah, pretty much. No, she's always well. Like that's the thing we talked about yesterday. We won't get into it again because we want to do like the same topics and everything. But yeah, like one of the
because
situations.
that song sucked.
That song did absolutely suck, but at the same time though.
The new Lady Gaga song or the
Yeah.
Bone Thugs and Harmony song? Yeah,
No,
it was not good.
Yeah, well, you've heard it or no?
Yeah, actually, I discovered it kind of randomly without you telling me, just because I'm a fan of Lady Gaga's music. And Spotify's like, hey, she released a new song. You want to listen to it? I'm like, of course I do. Halfway through, that chorus is trash.
You know, we're doing this. Actually, fuck this.
What?
Because, man, do you want to talk shit about my stuff? You want to talk shit about how I'm stupid and I'm a dummy head?
Wow, I love how this just happened. And my thing was, you talk shit about rap entirely when you're listening to a rap group that's pretty par for the course. That wasn't insulting you. That was just calling you out on your bullshit.
Yeah,
and
but
I literally just said I don't like this song.
But I'm getting
so
back
what the
at
fuck
you.
are you calling me out?
I'm getting back at you because you were
For
mean
what?
to me. Because you were mean to me. That's
You
the
are
thing.
Such a sensitive little bitch.
I am a sensitive little bitch, and I hate you.
Want me to kiss your wounds?
Yeah. Wait, how'd you say it? I'm kiss your wounds.
Yeah, because you're a fucking baby.
I'm not a baby. You're a fucking baby. Baby head. Fuck you. Anyways. Marisa, say for a session, y'all move to another voice chat. Oh, yeah, no, don't worry about that, dude. Because we were going to talk about wrestling the entire time, and I know Chris Ayers doesn't like the wrestling talk. You know, many people don't like the wrestling talk, and I'm sorry, but wrestling is way more entertaining than that fucking, like, oh, is Joker boring? I don't know. That whole fucking thing. But yeah, Alan, last night in the Act Hours, you finally used the other rooms for once, and it worked out greatly, I thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
sorry.
I couldn't go in because by the time I fucking got home, it was like 12:30. I'm like, yo, man, I want to go to bed.
Yeah, and that would have been just a weird thing. You know, I'm pretty sure lots of arguing was happening again, most likely how that usually happens with the after hours. So yeah, can imagine that you're kind of like sick of that shit. So I get you.
Okay.
But yeah, man, Zella's saying, what did I come into with him saying he's a sexy bitch? I don't remember anybody saying that.
Sensitive, but sure.
I mean, if you want to call me a sexy bitch, you absolutely can. But speaking of sexy, well, not B words, but sexy women, Jet, how you doing?
They don't know that.
Wait, what was
Yes,
that?
I do. They can just hear my voice and automatically assume. But anyway.
I don't know.
But anyways, Alan, I'm just looking up stuff on Amazon that I'm probably gonna buy in bulk.
Buy in bulk? Why you say it like that?
Yeah,
bulk.
buy in bulk.
Yeah, by the way, I put the audio up on everybody, by the way. I know people are probably like, what the fuck's going on? I can't hear shit. What the fuck's going on? Gene! He says, chat! And it said, Gene! So there you go. Sorry. I'm trying to piss off Alan, to be honest, guys. That's the thing. I missed him. I haven't talked to him in what? Like, how long has it been since I talked to you? Since Wednesday?
Like 3 days.
That's a long time to not be talking to you, man. Over here just
I'm in the chat all the time.
Over here just fucking
I had
avoiding
work,
me.
man. I had a lot of shit I got to deal with this week, man. Like, oh yeah, nobody from work watches my fucking stream. I'm just dealing with a lot of bullshit where a new fucking manager doesn't have a plan or has their own plan but doesn't want to tell anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone else is like, so what's your plan? And she goes, and she just starts doing plans.
Wow.
So we're just trying to figure out the fuck's going on.
Yeah, people. Oh, and I think I know what fucking Ryan was talking about. I didn't update the Twitch stuff. Jesus. Why do I always have to fuck something up? I was going through... You guys know. I was sitting for 45 minutes just trying to figure everything out. What a fucking pain in the ass. But anyways, I'll write something over here just being like, join us, double toasted fam. There we go. Just typed all that up. I'm sorry. I didn't put no thoughts into it this time, y'all. But now the Twitch is updated. Now you don't feel like you're watching an extension of yesterday's show. But yeah, here's the thing, though. One of the things that we got to comment on, Eddie actually commented on her stuff saying, yo, dude, you guys didn't bring up Day of the Dead not even fucking once. Why was that a thumbnail? Why was that the title of the video?
Is that the Netflix series or the TV series that they're doing?
Yeah, so I want to get your opinion on it. Because, yeah, it's a sci-fi. Apparently sci-fi
nope, don't. Everybody that wants to watch this, don't watch this. Sci-fi is one of the worst fucking networks. No matter how popular the show is, they will cancel it season 2.
I disagree.
They've done it like 4 times.
I disagree. I'm gonna do like Adam Sandler and Uncle James. I disagree. No, dude, Sci-Fi's done a couple things that are okay. Like people were like at first people
Like
were
what?
saying,
The Expanse they canceled and
Z
Amazon
Nation
saved.
Z Nation.
Z Nation is canceled.
Well, the fact that they get canceled doesn't really mean because like look at Netflix canceling.
Yes, it
Daredevil
does. It
shit.
means a show. Yeah, they canceled again. Netflix
And
is
Punisher,
trust me.
and Luke
Netflix is
Cage.
Netflix is pretty cancel happy. Pretty cancel happy as well. Krypton, when it's like season 2, everyone's loving it. We're canceling it. Their spin-off canceling. So it's like Sci-Fi is one of the worst fucking networks out there right now because they don't even bother keeping a show alive longer than it needs to be. And it's like a lot of their shows, like they suffer from the same problem CW has at the low budget, but at least CW shows go on for a long fucking time. Hell, the Arrow ended at season fucking 8 and Supernatural's like finishing at season 15. So even if your show's low budgeted, at least it's gonna get a couple seasons. This Day of the Dead, I don't know how many seasons they want, but they're not gonna get it.
Well, I don't think they need a lot of seasons though. I think that's one of those situations where it's like, dude, it's a simple shit. This is easily just some fucking. I mean, dude, it's Day of the Dead. Why do Day of the Dead stuff has to be like so like apocalyptic and blah blah? We just want to see what a city goes through. You know what I mean? And honestly, because it's called Day of the Dead, give us just 24 hours with it. Night of the Living Dead was really cool because within an hour and a half of a movie, we're getting 3 hours of basically what's happening to these strangers that had to live in this fucking house for a second or whatever. And granted, it's like, I don't need to see how they're living for a month or a year, blah, 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 see them grow beards and shit. I don't give a fuck. I just want to see how they get out of the situation. If they get out of the situation, boom, we're done. Doesn't need a whole fucking thing about it. I don't even know why, like, they should just call this, like, something else of the Dead and have that be a whole, like, show, whatever the fuck. Because it doesn't make sense. Day of the Dead doesn't really get into what the script of the movie is anyways. Nothing about it is Day of the Dead. Like, it makes no sense.
Again, I'm trying to fucking. I don't know which fucking movie that is because every George Romero movie ends with "of the Dead," so I don't fucking know which one it is.
Well, like that's the thing. I think what they're trying to do is it was supposed to be a play on words, like the 28 days later thing. Is it really 28 days later? We don't really fucking know. Is it really 28 years later or months later? What was the next one? Weeks. It was weeks.
Yeah.
28 minutes later.
28 minutes before.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like nothing really kind of like. I don't know, like those things just don't fit it. They just think it sounds good and then plus it lets you know that it's part of the same franchise. But like the Of the Dead shit, it's like.
What does that mean though? Because
it means
are
something.
these like sequel prequels like together, or is it again George Romero? Or is it George Romero?
It's George Romero. Yeah, George Romero.
Yeah, George Romero. And every fucking movie he does has Of the Dead. So I'm like, I don't fucking know which movie I'm talking about.
The only thing that he did that actually fit the title was Diary of the Dead because it actually was a diary of the Dead. But like there's like other titles like Survival of the Dead. It's like what the fuck? Like that's such a blanket vague fucking title. It could be about fucking anything. So those things are just like just call it like Night of the Living Dead 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or just call it The Living Dead. Why hasn't somebody did that? Just The Living Dead. Boom, done.
Yeah, we'll just fuck it. We'll name it after Halloween movies.
Yeah, Dumbass
Cult of the Living Dead.
I'm surprised they haven't done that yet. Especially when you see things like The Strain and whatnot become, big or whatever. It's like, yeah, let's do something that's kind of like a cult. Have some fucking vampires in here or something. I don't know, some shit like that. But yeah, dude, Sci-Fi though. I mean, here's the thing, because Sci-Fi has went through so many different changes. Like, I mean, changes the way they spell their own fucking channel name. They've changed the way they kind of approach certain properties and whatnot. Just 2 years ago, they were like doing these exclusive movie showcases of like Jeepers Creepers 3 and the newest Chucky movie, and you couldn't find those anywhere. Like those were even hard to pirate. So I'm just like, dude, Sci-Fi's kind of doing some good shit here, and I think they kind of stumbled upon some goodness. But you can't forgive them for the bootleg shit.
I won't forgive them. I won't forgive NBC for canceling half their shows. I won't forgive ABC for canceling almost every show I liked in the fucking early 2010s. Like I'll call this right now. In next year, by next year, we're gonna be talking about how they canceled the show. 100%. I'll put money down on this.
You are such a grumpy man.
Like no, not even grumpy, because I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, another zombie show. The Walking Dead's gonna fucking like end. Who knows? It's gonna end at some point. We all know the writing's on the wall, so they're gonna need smaller zombie shows to kind of pick up. And sometimes the smaller stuff works out. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I was like, oh, maybe it'll be on Netflix. That's what I thought at first. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, as soon as I hear Sci-Fi, I'm like, this is not gonna fucking go well.
Yeah, they said me and Alan have CTV Sci-Fi channel formerly known as Space rather than Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi aired Farscape, and that's good enough. Farscape was a case of them canceling the show, but at least it got sent off a few years later with the miniseries. And that's the biggest thing too. Is like, I mean, people complain about The Walking Dead being 20 seasons long, blah blah blah, and I talked a lot about that yesterday, but they complain about that, and it's like with these other shows like Hannibal, for instance, that ended after season 2, and I think that like. Those things, don't you guys like when you complain about a show going too long? Like these shows, whether or not they're canceled or whether they actually have their story set to cancel early, they at least are short, and you get to enjoy this for just a few
Oh.
years, and then we move on. You know what I mean?
It's not about shortness. It's about how much do you like the product that's going on. Like Game of Thrones, people hate it not because it went on for 8 seasons, it was because the 8th season fucking sucked. If season 8 was great, people are like, yeah, this is one of the best shows ever made. But it fucking sucked. What was Sopranos? 9 seasons and everyone loved it?
Yeah.
It's not about how long the show goes, it's about how good it fucking is. Like, look at Simpsons. People are getting fatigued by that because it's just not as good as it used to be. And yeah, it's 30 fucking seasons. But like I fucking love Supernatural. I'm sad it's ending. It's 15 seasons in, and I'm sad that it's going to end. That there's no more of that show because I love the universe so fucking much. Breaking Bad ended at season 5, and people are considering that the greatest show ever made. I'm kind of with them on that. I really like it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But here's the thing. I'm glad that you're at least somewhat positive, but at the same time, I think that you're not going to see my point, which is fine. I want to see it. I want to see what they're going to do with it. It should be cool. And if it's not cool, then fuck. I mean, I don't know. I got to eat my goddamn words. But I think that when it comes to shows that are so long and then like they lose their original fan base, get a new fan base that's not cool with what they did beforehand, just lots of issues kind of happen with that. So yeah, I don't know. I love zombies. I want to see them done. That's not from Walking Dead because obviously that show is not going to be about zombies anymore moving forward. I mean, to be honest, even the comic books. I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with the ending of the series, but basically
it ended randomly.
Yeah. Basically, they move ahead time, and basically zombies are just a circus act now. They actually have zombies in cages so people can go see what ended up killing the world or whatever. But zombies.
Did they ever fucking explain what caused the apocalypse?
No.
Of course not, because that would be too difficult.
But no, because if it was explained, you would call bullshit on it. Cause you'd be like, dude, that's fucking.
You're goddamn right, I will. I'll also call bullshit if you don't explain it.
What then what the fuck? What's the option here?
The option is you do it right, like you fucking did with Strain. Like, they did it right, where they did it fucking awesomely, where it's like, yeah, this shit's always kind of been around one form or the other, but because of various treaties and just various people just kind of fucking with the world order, this stuff essentially stayed contained because there were people stopping it. But one of the fucking big vampires was like, well, fuck the world, and was able to get enough humans to start infecting it slowly. So by the time you get to season 4 and essentially post-apocalyptic, you've been dealing with 3 seasons of them building up to it. So you see the start from the very first infection to how it ends. And they did it fucking right. They did it really well done. Not saying every episode of this show was awesome. There's some episodes that sucked. But the show itself had 4 seasons. It did everything you need to do. And it ended on a pretty decent note.
I hate you, Alan. That's all I have. I'm sorry. Like, here's the thing. I'm going to ask Jet really quick, too, because I know she's, like, binged lots of anime. And I don't know if they ever, like, explain certain things, whatever. But, Jet, what is your opinion on how shows even explain their whole concept? Like, do you like that? Do you like everything being explained at the end of a show or series finale?
I mean, it really doesn't matter to me as long as the story itself is good and entertaining to watch. Mm-hmm. Although I do give it extra points if they can explain why it did happen. Most of the time, you don't really get to know.
So Attack on Titan, with the end of season 3, finally explained the entire world. Like, and it is dark as fuck. And it's really, really good. It somehow explains all the stupid bullshit that's been happening, why this world exists the way it does, why all this stuff happened. Now, I can't sit there and go and explain 3 seasons worth of fucking bullshit in about like 5 seconds. But the best thing I can do is, it's a lot to explain without going into spoilers, so I won't. But just point is, they explain it in a way that actually does make a lot of sense. And the 4th season, I'm like, okay, they can easily end this. I'm curious what they're gonna do. But they have enough information there that I'm like, okay, they can have a pretty decent ending.
Okay, well then I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, man, for me, just really quick, I just want to say that, as far as these shows goes, I don't want things explained all the way, all the time. I think anytime they try to explain this shit within comic book movies or whatever, yeah, I gotta give balls to the attempt, and that's cool. But as soon as you start doing that, I gotta start looking at other things that you didn't explain. And I don't think a show can perfectly explain everything. So just don't even fucking do it. If you're gonna half-ass it, whether it's your fault or not, then just don't even fuck with it. Really quick.
I can't stand by it. Oh, sorry, go ahead. What's up?
No, keep going. I'm just gonna explain to people. I'm gonna try to talk to myself up in here and see if the shit works, and it does. So by the way, people, if you guys ever want to talk on the Facebooks, I finally got this shit working. I don't know why it took so long to get this shit working, but it is what it is. And that's all. But Alan, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, again, like I've seen a bunch of shows that explain everything from the again, Gene brought up the CW, how they explain the Flash's abilities from him being able to run super fast to fucking time travel. They dedicate entire episodes to that, and it works out for the most part. Supernatural, they explain every single monster, weakness, how to beat it, how to deal with it. They've explained heaven and hell and everything in between. Hell, the characters have gone to hell and heaven multiple times. Sometimes they go to hell multiple times in the same episode because they have ways of going between these, established areas. Like, you can explain something, just actually give a shit enough to try.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is what it is. But we'll see what happens with all those shows and whatnot, too. I'm looking over here in the chat. Solid is saying, what's up, chat? How you guys doing? By the way, too, Corey is going to be coming back tonight. He's still in Florida, so who knows how the fucking internet's going to be. But, yeah, he's going to be joining Chris Herman and Martin Thomas talking about Candyman and all that good stuff again. But, yeah, dude, so speaking of Candyman really quick, too, I'm going to ask you this.
What's
Alan. Has your opinion changed at all about that particular the trailer, whatnot, too? Because I know that we got into a big argument about the teaser, not the trailer, but the teaser. But how are you feeling about that stuff now, man? Have you kind of like rewatched it, looked at it more at all?
Yeah, actually, honestly, that trailer was incredible. So I watched it like 8 times, like right before we started, because I'm just like, I can't believe something like this exists in this time period. Like, I can't believe that something from the early 2000s, right down to the tone and the cast and the lighting, looks like a movie that came out 20 fucking years ago, and they're trying to pass it off as a 2020 movie. Like, it's monumental, honestly.
Yeah, X Underground. Yes, how you doing, man? I think it's XSU Underground or some shit, but it's okay.
Just call them Underground, please.
Yeah, there we go. I like that. But yeah, has your opinion changed at all about the Candyman thing? Because I didn't really get much of your opinion when we were all, beating the fuck out of it last week.
So here's the thing. I watched part of it, and I just I don't got an opinion on this because I really wasn't that big on the first Candyman.
Yeah, well, you don't want to watch the fucking you don't want to watch all the other sequels and whatnot. Fucking, I forgot what
5 of them or whatever.
No, I'm not doing that again. I'm not.
There was like something called Close the Grave or some shit. I forgot what the fuck it's called, but it was really, really bad. I forgot what it was, but it's terrible. Lots of things they pull off with these sequels are just kind of like, it's interesting that they're even attempting to do that stuff. I know they did that with fucking Wishmaster. That was a big one back in the day. Oh, Bob, no, fuck that. He's saying shout out to Beyonce. Don't do that.
Nah, dude, I can't believe that. Like, I'm not that trailer. Like, I don't blame y'all for thinking it's super basic because it fucking is. Like, I guess I expected more. Like, I know Jordan Peele's like, I don't know, he's just in the room or he wrote it or whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. But like, when you saw the trailer for Us, that was really effective. The way they used the music, the lighting, it looked. It looked like it took a lot of aspects from old horror movies, but looked like it has original flair. This looks like some Jason Blumhouse shit. I mean, I think it is, right? This looks like a regular Blumhouse movie. Like, you could just kind of see with the way they do the lighting, the way they have their actors set up. Like, it just doesn't look unique. It doesn't look how gritty as I imagined Candyman when I was a kid. It was always dark and gritty, and this looks really too clean and polished. I'm like, I don't want to watch this movie, and I don't think I'm going to.
Yeah. No, Looney Tunes, yeah, the first one was great and the last 2 were garbage. Yeah, dude, they're pretty rough, especially the third one was very B-movie territory. Second one wasn't B-movie territory, but it looked pretty bad. But the first one, like, even though they have a big budget, they just worked within like what was good about the movie. It's like, hey, we don't have enough money to film in certain places. Let's just go into fucking disgusting restrooms with tagging all over the fucking wall, and you know what I mean? Like, it's such a great film. So yeah, I don't want things to be overproduced with Candyman because everything that was cool about it was like how low budget it was. So yeah, we'll see how this fucking.
Cedric in the chat's like, wait till they make Beyonce to the Left a spooky remix.
Dude, I mean, we talked about this many times, man. But what would be a big line crossing?
I gotta find that fucking episode for you so that we could just get that like 5-minute clip of us just doing the slow remixes to random songs. I want to say that we called this existing.
Yeah, I think either Ganja or Jet or somebody brought up Beyonce or Destiny's Child being one of the things, which is funny because okay, maybe it wasn't you, but I remember like a year later though, Tomb Raider did the fucking Destiny's Child song, and it was like, oh,
Survivor.
Fuck yeah, I'm a survivor. Dun, dun, dun.
I want to say that's what we talked about. That's what made us do the bits was the Tomb Raider Survivor song. I'm like, and then Jordan Peele's like, oh, when he did that to the I Got Five, everyone's like, oh, this is great. This is really fits really well. And he's like, well, let's keep doing it. And it's like, you really say my name? Oh, yeah. Like, come on, man.
But see, it kind of goes good. And here's the thing too, because apparently this is considered now a Easter egg. But the whole like bee and then like Beyonce's Bayhive, get it? Like
boo! That's not a Easter egg. That's a fucking pun. And I'm blaming Cedric for this one.
No, but I'm like it's actually like an official thing. Like people like when you watch like videos of like, hey, this is what you missed, blah blah blah. Like that, I feel like when you ask everybody around, like they intentionally said, hey, by the way, Beyonce, this bee. it all kind of like in the same part of the trailer, it all happens at the same time. It's a thing.
That's fucking that's no.
Beyonce is fucking lore for Candyman.
What was the fucking B movie gonna get referenced halfway through this fucking thing? Like, is it just
Jerry Seinfeld's in there, dude?
Oh my god, I'd fucking kill myself.
But yeah, man. Apparently right now Corey's doing a show at the same time. I guess if he's the pre-show, why are we the pre-show right now? I don't know. It's fucking strange. But we'll see what happens with that.
Don't tell them or they'll leave.
Yeah, I guess, right? Then again, guys, I mean, you guys know that we're over here just shooting the shit and everything too, and reading you guys' comments. I would like to look at Corey doing his thing too, but he doesn't read the comments. Makes me feel shitty for watching. What the fuck? But moving on, though, I gotta get your opinion on this, man. And I've had this here for a whole week, so on top of this just being obligatorily me bringing this up, I do have some complaints about this. But one of the newest updates to the Xbox One dashboard is that it's finally letting people stop notifications from blocking their fucking screen when they're playing a video game.
It took them long enough? Yeah, it's been, what, 10 fucking years?
Well, that's the biggest thing about this. Why are we taking this long to do little things like this where PSN's been doing this forever? And obviously Steam lets you because it's a fucking computer. How are we so behind on things like this? You know what I mean? Like, have you noticed this ever? Because I didn't notice this, by the way. I mean, maybe it must be a small little pop-up or something, but no one's ever really complained about this, and I'm kind of shocked.
No one's ever complained about it, but we're doing a situation, especially with smartphones being more integrated into stuff, where muting notifications is a regular thing. Like Facebook has a really wonderful one where if there's too many notifications happening, you can mute it and it'll give you a time where it's like 15 minutes, an hour until I turn it back on. So there's like a bunch of chats where it's like, you know what, I'm a bit too busy right now, but I still want to talk to y'all. I'm gonna mute it for an hour. That way, when I'm done work, on my break, whatever, I'll just, I'll go through and I'll check it out. So we're getting to that point. So I don't think people are complaining versus this is just how things are going with notifications nowadays. Where why do you think I yell, hey, Ganja, turn off your notifications?
Yeah, no, exactly. But it's just funny how this thing's happening. It's just like, God damn, y'all. Like, I don't know. I'm irritated about it just because of the fact that it's like, this was coupled by something else too. And it was actually, here it is. I tried to find it really quick from Polygon, by the way. Love this site. But Xbox One now, within the same week, is letting you eject the disc with the controller. Something that I've been able to do. I could have sworn back in the PS2 games.
Oh, you could do that with the 360. Was that never a thing on Xbox One?
That's what I'm saying. Like, are they wrong? Because
I mean, I had an Xbox One, and I thought you could do it.
Yeah.
Anyone that has an Xbox in the chat, let me know, because that's on everything. I don't know. That would be such a weird feature where it's like, yeah, we never had this on, because I'm like, that seems like a pretty obvious thing.
Like I know for sure you can do that with PS2, so I'm just kind of like,
you do that with PS4.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, what I'm saying is like the fact that we can do it back in the day on PS2 is kind of insane. That we can't do that with like a new school console fucking 10 years after the PS2 came out. Like, I know that the 360 for sure did it, PS3 for sure did it, PS4 I've done it today.
That seems like a weird feature they removed, but is it somebody was telling me Xbox One X. Is the Xbox One X even have a disc? Because I had a buddy of mine that asked me if the Xbox One X even has a disc drive.
Oh, it does, but the Xbox One S doesn't. There's another one that's digital only.
Yeah, I heard about. Okay, yeah. I thought maybe this situation that like they have a digital version or whatever the fuck. That's a weird feature to not have, but whatever.
But see, you're saying whatever, but I'm almost like pissed. I'm just kind of like, dude, fuck whatever. Like, you're fucking serious? You guys?
I mean, you have to get up eventually to put a disc in. So that's why I'm like, I don't give a fuck because I'm already gonna be right beside my console anyway. The only difference is I'm pressing a button instead of taking a disc out. So it's like, it's not like you have a system in which your PS4, if you fucking press eject the disc, it fires it across the room, lands in your case, and one magically goes in. You still have to get up.
Yeah, but like I just
like. That's why it doesn't bug me. I'm like, whatever. I just surprised it didn't exist.
Yeah, and I understand, but it's still frustrating because I'm like, dude, like this is something that's so fucking simple too. How did you guys not have this in place, and how is no one complaining? We're complaining about
because I just said I don't think anyone gives a fuck because it's not a big deal. Now if the update was you could turn on your console with your fucking controller, I'd be like, yeah, what the fuck? Like I should be able to turn on my console with I could turn on my computer with my fucking Xbox One controller.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, I could. Dude, you know what's funny? I can eject games with my controller when you have X-Pedder on.
Yeah, that takes fucking forever.
Oh,
You
yeah,
have to
I
go
guess.
through might as well just use the arrow keys on your keyboard.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's like, damn, like it works on my computer, but it doesn't work on my console. Yikes! That kind of tells you where the fucking priorities mentally are kind of being placed at.
Yeah, anything else but stuff that doesn't really matter. Like again, this isn't a big deal. You're already gonna get up to do stuff, and most of the stuff is digital anyway. So it's like a lot of people have like a 10-to-1 digital content versus physical stuff nowadays. So it's like me, like I have a lot of PS4 games, but I have like what 6 of them that are physical, just because I'm like I was able to get them for a better deal.
Mm-hmm. No, I get you, but here's the thing: you're asking like, oh, why the fuck is that big deal? I got something for your ass. I got something serious. You ready for this?
Nope.
No, I'm telling you, it's some serious shit. We're gonna be talking about a real life. Okay, so no more like on the video game fucking console, like, oh, it makes me special. I got a couple of fucking icons on my thing. No, it's real stuff. A real platinum trophy for some of these fucking nerds just
For
beating
some
the shit out
reason.
of these games. For a reason where I gotta tell you, lots of these are gonna be pawned at the fucking at the pawn shops. I can't imagine someone's gonna get these one of these trophies, put it on your fucking drawer, and say, "Yo, guys, just so you know, just." So
I
you
mean,
know.
they will. Of course they will, especially if they have it for the game. Like, fuck yeah, I would do that too. Platinuming means you fucking got every achievement in the game. There are crazy achievement hunters out there. Yeah, I mean, I. So, how does this work? I have a lot of questions. Do you have to pay for this? Do you have to pay for shipping? How do you actually get it? Like, what are the stipulations of like owning this thing? Is it engraved?
So
Like,
I
is it
guess it's an
free?
event. I guess an event. Basically, everyone's gonna be able to win goodies as long as they register their PlayStation Network ID on the main site, the Sony
Okay.
website, whatever the fuck.
Sure, which you do most of the time anyway.
Yeah, but apparently, there's just one winner, I believe. I guess like a big ass tournament or something. So it's not like,
okay.
yeah, it's not like, oh, I won it and boom, whatever the fuck. Like, it is what it is, and it's not a really big expensive thing because apparently they're also going to be getting a $100 PSN gift code voucher. So it's not like a huge situation. I'm pretty
Or
sure
like
this.
for like 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, well, shit, a game and a half or a game and some DLC.
Well, I mean, that's a year of PSN Live, and then you have like a game or two afterwards. I mean, that, honestly, it's $100. It's pretty good. All it's saying is you platinum. Basically, all it says is you played this game, and as a result of you getting all the achievements, we're gonna put you in a draw to win a prize. So it's like, I'm assuming that this is just maybe you have to pay shipping. That's it.
Well, at
At
apparently
worst.
it's going to be a trivia type thing. That's another thing I forgot to mention is that it's not even about like who's going to be beating the most games or getting the most achievements, or whatever. It's really just about like you got to be first to show up. So obviously that's like a
Sure.
whole fucking thing you got to get through. But then also we got to like get all the questions right to some particular trivia, and also I
Okay.
think it's a kind of a luck of a draft type thing too. I'm pretty sure they're going to have like a raffling of it all. So there's
Yeah.
lots of things that are going on. That's kind of, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to be pushing that hard to actually get this fucking thing, because
There will be. It gives you kind of a slight incentive to, because I've never platinum a game ever, and I never planned to because I just think the idea of getting
I
every
did.
achievement. I know, because you're crazy. I just think like, hey, if I get to the point where I see the end credits, I have beaten the game. If I want to go back and do some side quests, sure. But as soon as I see the credits, I've beaten the game. Now, Nier Automata is different because as soon as you die, it shows you the fucking credits for some goddamn reason. But yeah. But there are people out there. Ganja's a fucking achievement hunter for random RTSs. So this is a situation where it's like, yeah, if you're an achievement hunter, you get a added incentive to be like, oh, hey, I might actually get something afterwards. Maybe it won't happen. Maybe it will. There'll probably be like a winner a month type thing. And yeah, I mean, I think this is I think Xbox and I think everyone should do this, honestly.
yeah, man. Ryan's like, are you ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. He has me like some big fucking sports event or something. I hope not.
As if for a fucking lottery, pretty much. I'm sure they would do it at the end of if they're a fucking PlayStation State of Play or whatever the fuck they call it coincided with it. Like, yeah, this State of Play winner is Jackass 42.
Jackass 42, nice.
I mean, you know that it's gonna be somebody that's like Halo 2004 forever type shit.
Yeah, pretty much. But yo, so Jay, you're talking about how you platinum a game. Which game?
Actually, on Xbox, I actually platinum 2 or 3. I know 2 of them were basically Mass Effect, and then basically another game I can't remember. And then on PlayStation right now, this one's actually super easy. Anyone can do this, but what the fuck is it called?
Was it Terminator Salvation or not Salvation, but the game that came out around then? Because
No, I can't. Oh, Undertale.
Undertale. Wait, holy shit, really?
It's actually super easy.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised by that.
Oh, you can get through the whole game without killing anybody, and that's actually apparently a certain run you can do.
Yeah, no, and this game too. By the way, this
And
is
then,
something that people do not bring up a lot at all. But what are you saying now?
And then also, I'm really close to platinuming Kingdom Hearts. I just got to beat the game in under 10 hours and then not change my Keyblade. And then
Okay, I did that first part. I did not change my Keyblade only because I didn't know you could.
Guess what? You lost because not only did you not play it on PlayStation, you also ended up changing your Keyblade.
Well, first of all, I don't give a fuck about achievements. I think we've already established that. Second of all, I didn't know you could change Keyblades until right before the last boss.
Yeah, so if you would have just beat him without changing your Keyblade, you would.
Plus, I clocked it 40 hours. I was never gonna get that second part.
Underground Z,
because actually doing the 10 hours thing is actually really easy because what you do is you do a new game and all your levels are still on there and shit. Just rush through the fucking game.
That's some bullshit.
Well, these are
I'm not playing that twice. Fuck that game.
No, I like that they're giving you some kind of reward for fucking replaying a game because that's ridiculous. Like you had to be a super fan to do that shit. I don't like. The Kingdom Hearts games are fine, but it's like I can't imagine like just farming and going through all that grinding again. Like I know you did that for Spider-Man and Sekiro, and I'm just kind of like, dude, I can't imagine like going through the difficulties of like any Dark Souls type of game. And what do they call it? From Software? Yeah, I can't play those more than once. Fuck that shit.
Honestly, it's one of those things where it's like I am really sick of From Software as a developer now because I feel like they are getting away with doing half of what I feel like a video game should. Like, is it fun to play their games? Sometimes, but is there any like besides the kind of cool monster designs, the boss fights themselves are just okay. And the lack of story just really pisses me off. The story of Sekiro is, hey, I got this crazy blood that's bringing you back from the dead. It's also causing everyone else to come back from the dead. Go find this blood so I can kill myself and you with me. Okay, as you go out and sword fight your way through the fucking crazy fucking Shanghai world. But it's like, I'm sick of that kind of like 2-line story where it's like, oh, read item descriptions and see a random person in the wood. And you know that rock is a fucking story. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Give me cutscenes, you motherfuckers.
Damn, give me cutscenes, motherfucker. I'll fucking kill you.
I'm sorry, but like they've had like what 7 Dark Souls type games. They've had the 3 Dark Souls. 3 Dark Souls. Then you have what you call it, the Bloodborne and Demon Souls. That's 5. Sekiro, which is 6, and they're and they're probably gonna come out with another one very very soon, Elden Ring. So they're at 7 right now with barely enough story that Breath of the Wild has more story than all the entire series in one game.
Man, that's another thing. Breath of the Wild. I mean, obviously it's all subjective, but my God, some of the stories in that fucking game, I'm just kind of like, dude, you guys just ran out of shit. Like, just change the whole gimmick of the fucking Zelda thing. Just do your own shit. Stop. Sick of the same fucking thing over and over again.
I am not, but I'm not going to get into that discussion because I could talk all day about The Legend of Zelda. But it's like, I'm just sick of those story in these fucking games. Are they good RPGs? Yeah, actually, they're fantastic RPGs. You start off weak as shit, and by the end of the game, you can basically best any monster. Like, they're fantastic RPGs. But I want a story to my RPG.
See, yeah, that's another thing, too, and I'm going to go around and ask this, too, because, Jed, let me start off with you. Do you feel like story is a huge, huge component as to the quality of a video game? Like, if you were reviewing a game, would that be, like, a pretty big percentage of what your actual grade's going to be?
It depends on the type of game, really. Like, with RPGs, like, story is actually pretty big. Unless, like, you're doing a whole bunch of shit with your world or whatever, you should have probably a pretty good story.
Because my whole thing...
Now, something like shooters or whatever, I don't really give a shit because I don't pay attention.
JP, to talk to your boy. No, I'm
talk
not
to your boy? Who have you been hanging out that you talk like that to me?
Well, hold on. We all talk shit to each other now.
Yeah, but like JP's like, man, talk to your boy. Who are you hanging out that you're getting that language?
He's been listening to rap music. Leave him alone.
No, it'll corrupt your mind.
Oh, fucking love JP.
I can talk to your boy. I'll fight you right now, motherfucker.
Alan's gonna fight everybody. No, see,
you're goddamn right.
I disagree with Jet. I'm not gonna say because like she'll beat my ass. I'm gonna be nice about it. But like I disagree. Look, and JP's kissing Jet's ass. Thank you, Jet. Birdman's a fucking idiot. Oh my god.
What check yourself, motherfucker. I'll fight you.
Jesus Christ, going in. But no, like I know I'm gonna get a bunch of shit right away, especially from you, Alan, most likely. But Call of Duty: Modern Warfare. I fucking love this game, man. And the storyline is the same one that's been going on since 2002. And yet, for some reason, when I get the game, I don't feel fucked because I know what I'm getting into. All they gotta do is tell this very, not generic, but I will say the word default for sure. They're telling this default story of the fucking war, and you got this objective, and it's gonna be...
I don't care. I'm just going straight into multiplayer anyway.
Oh, that's what it
true,
ended up
you're
becoming,
right.
especially after 2. But from what I even hear, I mean, I haven't played the game just because I have better things to do. But I've heard people actually really do like the Modern Warfare story. I mean, hell, the original Modern Warfare story is fucking amazing as well. 2's is okay. That's when you could tell that they were shifting towards a focus on multiplayer. World at War is actually really, really well. It's a good story. It's also a really well told story with the way they did the cutscenes and animations are actually really stellar. And that was really the last time they really had people talked about the story of a Call of Duty game.
But
After that, with Black Ops, it was like, yeah, okay, we're starting to fall apart a little bit. And then by the time Black Ops 2 came around, like, who gives a shit?
But that's the biggest thing, though. Like with that, and in Black Ops 2, like you're saying, who gives a shit? But that's where they put the most story in, which it fucking was terrible because they're trying to link Black Ops 1.
You want to know who wrote it?
Some asshole.
Yeah, some asshole. Fucking David S. Goyer.
Whoa. Okay, that's surprising.
Yeah,
Didn't
that
he do something
fucking
with
hack.
Halloween?
What's up?
No, I could have sworn he did something with Halloween. Like he's done some good shit, right?
Yeah, he's done some good shit. He's been in the same room with other more talented fucking writers. David S. Goyer is a hack. He directed Blade 3, so when he had control over a project, it was the worst of it. He is credited as being a writer on The Dark Knight when everybody knows it was Christopher Nolan and Jonathan Nolan working together to make that movie work.
Oh god, why don't you
he was credited
to Chris Nolan's fucking dick on your cheek? God damn.
He is credited as the writer for Batman v Superman, and that was the one that had the least to no Nolan help on, and ended up being the worst written one.
It was better than Justice League.
That's your bar?
Well, yeah. I mean, a movie like. By the way, when that trailer came out, it was
that's a garbage movie.
Like, oh my God, I can't wait. Yeah, no, fuck you, nerd. All right, God damn it. This is your fucking universe with your stupid comic book bullshit. All right, sorry, JP, about that. Comic books are great, except for this conversation because I gotta win.
Yeah,
but,
sure. Yeah, no, S. Goyer is a terrible writer, so it's like, yeah, of course, Black Ops 2 had the fucking worst story. It had one of the worst writers currently working in Hollywood. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the story to gameplay, like I'll always go back to MGS2, a game that I think has some of the worst controls in the entire series, but has one of the most interesting stories. And what makes the gameplay, when you have a good story, it justifies your gameplay. Because at the end of the day, no matter what game you're playing, there's always going to be some version of repetitiveness. You're playing a shooter. I mean, yeah, the levels will change, but at the end of the day, you're shooting people. You're doing this gameplay loop, but how fun the gameplay loop depends on a lot of stuff of how many how many upgrades, how many powers, where enemies come from, how difficult the enemies are. If the game is too easy, sometimes you just get bored because you're like, there's no real challenge. And also at the end of the day, it's why am I shooting people in the face? Like Wolfenstein 2, I think has a wonderful story because yeah, you're shooting Nazis. Who doesn't want to shoot a Nazi? But you still have a really interesting story about a rise of a resistance with cool, interesting, colorful characters that makes you just want to keep playing. There's a cutscene in which you're talking to a communist as bullets are flying through, and it's the cutscene. You're like, oh wow, I can't wait to play this level. And then when you play the level, you have this like giant fire-breathing fucking monster, and you're like, this is fucking awesome because I get everything that I want. I get a justification for the reason I'm shooting things, and the shooting things is fun.
Okay, and I'll appreciate that too, but I think that sometimes, and this is where I was going to disagree with you and Jet and some people in chat, it's like, people will put so much fucking stock into a story, and then you start realizing, like, dude, I'm not playing anything, I'm just watching something, and it's giving me basically the equivalence of a fucking remote control button scheme, where I'm like, okay, just tell me the play button, I'll just fucking watch this, if that's what you guys want me to do.
Well, they got games like that, they're called visual novels.
And they suck.
But look at shit like Until Dawn. Look at shit like the Walking Dead Telltale games. And I like the stories, but dude, it's not a game. Why the fuck is that $20?
Oh, I hate those things. Like the only one I ever ended up enjoying, I think Until Dawn is a piece of shit. Honestly, I think the story's not that good, and I'm tired of. I mean, Telltale fucking killed itself. That entire genre essentially collapsed upon itself because it just kept coming out with too much of it, and it essentially the Guitar Hero itself, where there are too many companies releasing the same kind of game. And only some of them are good. Like Life is Strange is actually really, really well done. Until Dawn, people liked. I thought was trash. But apparently that didn't even make money because the visual fidelity they want to go for made it so that the game just wasn't able to make its money back. Telltale just fucking worked themselves into bankruptcy. The only one that
Until Dawn wasn't Telltale, was it?
No, it was a different company, Quantum something. The only one that I could think of in recent times that actually did really well was Detroit Become Human.
That too, but the thing I was gonna say is like that's fine that they all have their fucking issues with those particular because like it's Telltale games, you know what you're getting into, right? One thing that I don't know where I'm getting into is where I'm getting into Rockstar games, where I'm getting into big Sony exclusives, and this is one of the examples right here, Red Dead Redemption 2. There's a lot of this game where they have a watch button. I mean, this game costs more than $60 mostly. You watch this game, you press a button, and he's riding a fucking horse, and I'm like. It's impressive. It looks beautiful, and I love the amazing fucking story. Amazing. This is a game, goddammit. What the fuck? And then look at another one too. And this, I mean, at least Red Dead Redemption has a watch button to kind of be honest about it. Someone who's not honest about it, it's the guys who did God of War. There's a lot of this shit where it is idle as fuck. I mean, I'm just holding, dude. There's times where I was literally editing while I'm playing the game. I just decided to put my remote control up against the fucking analog stick and just made him walk forward so I can progress, so I can actually play some shit. This is a great design of a game, great story. I love the way Kratos is done. I love the boss fights. I love the design. But as a game, if we're literally ranking this on game quality, this is close to garbage. It's barely a fucking video game.
And that's where, again, to quote Luke Skywalker, that's incredible. Every word of what you said is wrong. I've beaten God of War 3 times, and actually recently, right now, replaying Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC because I was like, yeah, I fucking love this game, and I'll play it on my computer. So playing through, it's like the opening. I'm probably the only person on earth that likes the opening because even though that the game is very slow, it earns every moment, especially if we're talking about Red Dead, where you're walking through the snow and it's like, yeah, this again, as somebody that lives in Canada, I fucking know what it feels like to walk in like fucking waist deep of snow. But then when you get to a shootout, it's meticulously well done. The environment is really interesting. Bullets are hitting the wood in a realistic fashion. When you're actually firing, you see the smoke, you see the particles, and it's fun to fucking shoot your gun at an enemy. And there's a lot of shooting out in the first couple of hours of that game. But then as you go and progress through the world, I do have my issues where I feel it's a little bit too empty. But when stuff happens, it's really interesting. The game's like 70 plus hours of gameplay. And a lot of that is you do have a lot of gameplay and a lot of shooting. So when gameplay happens, it front loads it. Same thing with God of War. God of War takes about 4 hours to really get there after that first boss fight. Because I was with you. I actually didn't like the game until that first boss fight. And after that first boss fight, I thought, okay, you got everything? You're good? We're just going to front load as many enemies as we can in every single encounter. We're going to upgrade it so you have cool new weapons and stuff. And we're going to give you a bomb-ass fucking story. Like, these games are not supposed to be like arcade games. Like, you won't go to the arcade and play Red Dead 2. That doesn't make any fucking sense. That's where you go play Mortal Kombat story mode. Because you can instantly dive right in. This is one of those games where it's like, yeah, you're going to basically dedicate the next couple of weeks of your life to just slowly playing this every couple of hours as you get into those epic moments.
I guess, but here's the thing. You're wrong, and I'm right. And that's all that really matters at the end of the day. No. Here's the thing, man. I'm looking over here in the other Double Toasted chat. I guess Corey is straight up just doing this fucking stream, and I got some things I got to do, too. So, with that said, people, that was our thoughts on some of these fucking video games, and we are very, very sorry if we made you mad.
I'm not. I said everything I wanted to say. And eat a dick if you don't like it.
You guys made so many people mad.
Did I? Who was actually mad at me about my opinion on Red Dead or God of War?
No, see, here's the thing. And people, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a fucking, a little bit of example of how we deal with situations so I can look better than Alan. I will admit, there's lots of things that I'm wrong about, okay? I will say that my opinion is not very popular, but that's the way I think. But you know what? I'll give you guys a W. Alan, will you be able to give them a W as far as you go?
No. What did I say that was wrong?
Now that's the difference right there, folks. I'm nice.
He's
mean.
No, you're not. You're just sucking up to the fucking audience. I don't give a shit. Like, I didn't say a single wrong fucking thing. Oh, what? Sorry. Red Dead's a great game. Yeah, that's such a controversial opinion. Oh, God of War is great. Sorry, that's such a controversial opinion. Like, Sci-Fi cancels their fucking shows after 2 seasons. What a controversial opinion. You want me to run down the resume too? Yeah, fucking Candyman looks basic as fuck. Like, I'll say every fucking opinion I said right goddamn now. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, and the loser has to go 1-1 with the Undertaker. Fucking shit.
The Undertaker? If it's Smash, I might win.
JP saying, saw this, hold Alan down, and me and Nick are going to kick him. No, I'm not going to kick him. That's between y'all.
I don't know why the fuck he wants to fight me so much. What did I really say? Besides, I didn't read the tutorial handbook in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man, he's an elite player right there, man. That's a fucking
Kingdom Hearts
the
game
fan right there. But anyways, guys, thank y'all for watching us as much as you guys have. I really appreciate that, especially considering how there's another pre-show over there going on at the same time. Seriously, I really, really appreciate it. I'm not entirely sure we're going to do a reading side hangout because I haven't gotten a hold of a particular person who joins me on that. So I'll let you guys know on our Facebook page. So make sure to look on our Facebook page. But with that said, thank y'all for hanging out with us. I really appreciate the after hours last night. Super, super fun. We'll definitely do that shit again with some more wrestling and whatnot. Switch all the chats around. Alan, is there anything you need to kind of announce as far as Metropolis goes, or are we good to go, sir?
Because of just how with the South Carolina debate and just how scheduling worked. We actually do currently right now on the Metropolis actually have our 33rd episode, so be sure to check that out. I wasn't able to make it to that particular episode just because of work, but I believe it's Ganja and Ruthless are going through stuff about the coronavirus, stuff about the South Carolina debates, the results, and all that jazz. So be sure to check that out. For people that are watching on Facebook, there's an embed link to the Metropolis. That's where you'll see all sorts of stuff from the Illuminati. There's going to be stuff from ARPG, and you guys have VCR. There's all sorts of new content coming out, so be sure to put a like there and follow us.
Yeah, by the way, I think he thinks I'm Ganja still. He says, invite me if you get invited to another game, Ganja. No, I'm Nick.
Ganja's not here.
Yeah, I'm Nick. Hi, how you doing?
No,
Look,
I'm
they look
Ganja.
extremely similar.
Yeah.
I'm Ganja.
Okay, then where are my fucking glasses?
Up my butt.
I'm
You
not,
can keep them.
I don't look like Ganja. I'm not Ganja.
Thanks. Well, you do look like him.
I don't.
You really do.
JP, I thought we were friends. Why do you think I'm not him?
Smoke weed every day.
I like how I fucked it up. Yo, why do you think I him? How did I make that mistake? Been talking for 30 years. Fuck that up.
Talking for 30 years? You were talking the moment you were born?
Yeah, I was like Google Gaga, Google BB, Google
That's not
Gaga.
talking, those aren't words.
Yeah, that's a word.
That is not a defined language as
Words
far
are
as the UN is
subjective.
concerned.
Words
I
are
got up and started walking.
No, they're not. Words are pretty, like, concrete.
Shit,
No,
you
I got up and started
started
walking when I was born.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
She's weird as fuck, so I don't believe a word she's saying right now.